Bananas, the freshest fruits right from the Farmer's
Hungry
Coast
for
and
art?
Doonville.
I have books, scrolls.
Potatoes gone. Back again. Potatoes.
Picking pockets. Like the bite of a flea.
Be careful, my Dane. The streets aren't safe at this hour.
Yeah, as if.
Walk blessed, my friend. How can Sylvan and friends serve you today? Would you like to open a personal vault? Or perhaps even acquire an estate?
An outlander. What are you doing in this part of the city? Shouldn't you be, I don't know, somewhere else?
Greetings.
We always go too easy on the scum.
Madame?
May your path always be even.
Dark again. Huh.
Never walk
Potatoes
back
gone.
on
I wonder who's
the
playing the
road
Nomad
from
tonight.
That should be it.
the aged man's abode. Oh, blazes.
Potatoes gone.
Greetings.
Woman thinks she's Fatira incarnate.
What is it, son? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you, but trust me, they don't come cheap. Well then. What? Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you, but trust me, they don't come cheap. Yes. Just move along. Oh yeah.
Please just. Only begin.
He was a good man. Move along. Bralata sera, sister.
You fucking scum! You'll pay for that!
Just a fucking whore.
Please, just...
Now, good pardon, Pick.
Relata Shira. Sleeper. Move along. Why are you stopping? We're watching you, sleeper. Always.
Please, just leave me be.
Hello, friend.
Yeah, it's not as if I could tell them that already.
Now a good pipe.
Yes? Madame?
Oh, come on. Not again.
Yes?
Dawn is coming. Seek the first seer.
Yes?
Interesting. I was just thinking about you. Ah, never mind. What is it? What? It is. Why? Well, actually, it's simple. Everybody who lives down here and earns money has to give a part of that to the Relata every month and get protection in return. This applies to everybody, from beggar to crime lord. That's an exception. On the contrary, the Order is quite happy with the way things are going down here. They take care on the shiny surface, and the Relata take care of the stinking caves below. You mean when it comes to killing cocky bandits and vampires? Quite powerful. I don't think you find more skilled sinistropes or assassins anywhere else. Of course, in a fair duel with a keeper, most voices would probably end up in the dirt. But that's not how people fight down here. That's a bloody stupid question. Okay, let's assume for a moment that we don't intervene and kill the father on the expedition. There are 3 possible scenarios to how this visit to the room of paintings would go down. Number 1. It goes wrong and he and whoever follows him inside all die. This is the only case where you're right. Number 2. He succeeds and actually manages to separate his mind from his body. Then we'd have a spectral murderer floating through the world possessing powers we can't even begin to imagine. Number 3. The temple turns out to be a dead end and he returns to the Undercity. Then we might have missed the only chance to even get close enough to kill him. You get my point? It's too much of a risk to sit on our hands and hope scenario number 1 happens. Why? Fine. I can give you the essentials, but beyond that, I can't be bothered. Ask. Above all else, to leave your old life behind you. All contact is buried, all bridges burned. Most Relame call themselves orphans even if they once had a family. In other words, if you conscribe yourself to the Relata, the Relas and its teachings are your new life and the Relame your new family. Everything you do, everything you think, everything you dream is subject to the goal of achieving transcendence. Liberation from the human body. This and that. Most of the time I'm busy reminding the residents of the Undercity to pay their shadow tax, and to make them feel the consequences if they don't. Anything from a clout to the ear to a knife between the ribs. Alright, 2 things. First of all, I've killed no more than a handful of people for the Relata, and they weren't poor women with babes sucking at their teats, but scum, who knew the rules and thought they could play rebel. Believe me, it takes a lot for the Relata to order the death sentence for someone. They are criminals, yes, and they are led by a monster, but they are not stupid. If every misdemeanor were to be punished by decapitation, it wouldn't be long until there'd be a revolt in the Undercity. Secondly, nothing in life comes for free. If you think you can achieve something of relevance without compromising a part of yourself, then you're a fool. The death of the father could be worth 100 dead cutthroats, and I'd put arrows into each of their chests if it would get me any closer to my goal. You can trust me on one thing, though. Killing these people, it didn't come easy. And some of the things that I did to not lose my cover will haunt me to the grave. But you know what? Sad as it is, the world needs people like me. All these do-gooders who think they could fight evil without getting their hands dirty are self-righteous idiots. The monsters of this world, the murderers, the tyrants. You need to speak their language if you want to be a threat to them. Everything else is a delusion. Since the father founded it, 400 years ago. Correct. Nobody knows, but I would guess it had something to do with his experiments. All those children's corpses must have been good for something, don't you think? Called you? What do you mean? Did he send a messenger? Psionics. Figures. No, it wasn't your dream. It was an illusion. He must have planted it in your head while you were at the temple and simply triggered it last night. A mental puppet play, if you want to call it that. No idea. Probably some kind of passphrase. Well, go see him. You'll see what this is all about then, but I'm pretty sure he's considering you for the mission. And this is his last test. In other words, our plan has worked. Correct. And, thank you for filling me in on this.
Us all.
Yeah? Had any luck? Good. Here. This should compensate you for your efforts.
Watching you, sleeper. Always. Observe, don't fear.
A stranger. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
I thought my instructions were clear. Wait until you hear from us. A dream. That? Oh, I understand. Then go see Brother Sorrow at once and tell him the same thing. He will lead you to the Father. Go up to the tower, deeper into the mountain. At the end of the hallway, you'll find stairs ending in a wall. Now go! The Father must not be kept waiting.
No.
Go.
I understand. You may pass. Descend. You'll see. No.
So you received my message. Good. Come, take a seat. I will be with you in a moment. Well then, good to finally meet you in person. I would introduce myself to you, but you already know who I am. That is correct. The First Seer has already told me about you. He said that you and Brother Wrath recovered the lost pages, and also that you are, how should I say, unusual. He did not lie, as I see now. You do indeed have something peculiar about you. Tell me, how do you feel about Brother Wrath? Farrell, as you call him? Well, do you feel sympathy, antipathy, affection, hatred, or maybe even a connection of sorts? I see. Be that as it may, the First Seer had nothing but praise for you, and suggested that I consider you for our expedition, and I have, provided that you are still interested. Good to hear. The formalities first. You will receive 250 pennies in advance, and another 250 if the mission turns out to be a success. A generous pay, as you no doubt realize. I assume you know that it will be dangerous. Nonetheless, I would like you to understand the background of this undertaking fully if you are to work with us. Come. I present the human body, a simulacrum. It's not. As I said, I want you to understand. Does the name Manit Dalgalang sound familiar to you? The man who left his body. He was one of the former Grand Masters of the Order, a righteous man, but also of a very reclusive nature. It is said that Dalgalang had always been a little peculiar. Thus, he made freeing himself from this sense of estrangement his purpose in life. Yes, as though life was a bad play that his body was forced to take part in. Dalgallang despised all the other things people enjoyed. He didn't copulate, ate only as much as his body needed, and slept very little. Well, one day he vanished, just like that, in the bright light of day, during one of his meditations at the Eye of the Gods. Even though there were observers, the Order didn't record his vanishing in the chronicles for obvious reasons. According to them, Dalgallang simply disappeared on a pilgrimage. I believe so. He succeeded in freeing his spirit from the vessel of his body, and the strange occurrences that happened after confirm my theory. His mother, for example, insisted that he visited her in spectral form at the death feast, and told her that he was sorry. His servant, who was the closest thing Dalgallang had to a friend, heard his voice when he laid down flowers at his pathstone. Or the keepers, who saw a ghost meditating in his former laboratory at night. All coincidences or phantasms, you may say, but to me, it is clear that Dalgallang achieved his goal. He managed to separate his soul from his body. He achieved transcendence. I suppose you could say that, yes. Dalgallang was among the first humans to realize how misguided we are and how little of our potential we actually use. When I first heard his story, I instantly recognized myself in him. In particular, his fascination with the idea of overcoming our fleshly nature. I was enthralled and made this idea the purpose of my life, which finally led me to found the Relata. Frankly, I still find it baffling how few people share this quest. All they care about is the satisfaction of their carnal desires. They are so proud of what separates them from a pig, and yet they achieve little else in their lives. Eat, copulate, die. And all it would take to show them what their minds are capable of would be a glimpse into their dreams. Either way, I digress. Well, are we not freer in our dreams than we could ever be in waking life? We can have our bodies take on every shape there is, and time and space are meaningless. Imagine having this kind of freedom in reality. Exactly, and that's where you come in. As it turns out, the secret to transcendence was hidden in the lost pages of J.L. Tannisson's book, where he describes his initiation ritual in the Room of Paintings. That is correct. But I have had the pleasure of talking to some of them over the centuries, and was able to convince them to divulge their secrets to me. It's not some kind of room. The Room of Paintings is a force of nature, one that has the power to change you in a way that far exceeds the ability of normal magic. Either way, I will spare you the details. What you need to know is that we believe the Room of Paintings to be inside a temple we excavated over the past years. And that is what this expedition is about. You and the other mercenaries will venture into its depths and establish a portal for my Relame and me to step through once you found the room, where we will finally sever our minds from our bodies. Correct. It will prevail. Only the Relame who have proven themselves worthy will ascend with me. The rest of them will stay behind with the first seer, who will take over the mask. Then, when the time comes, they will follow us. No. First, because I have reason to believe that the weak-willed among us wouldn't survive the separation. Second, because our teachings are too important to risk them getting lost. Someone needs to continue spreading our faith. What it is or who built it, I can't say. Only that it must have been an ancient civilization, and by ancient, I mean one that existed long before the Pyreans. The Black Libra, the cult the Butcher of Ark belonged to, merely used this place to conduct their rituals of initiation. In the Frostcliff Mountains, that's where you will go. They could, but the temple is dangerous. Only if you let them eat you. According to my research, 4 groups need to enter the temple simultaneously through its 4 individual entrances. These groups will be made up of 2 mercenaries and 1 voice each to guide you. Once you've found the temple, your mission will be considered a success, and you will be paid. Any questions? I don't know. Finding that out is part of your mission. As soon as possible, after this conversation has ended, you will make your way to the excavation site and wait for my arrival. Since you've already worked with Brother Raph, you will form a group with him and another mercenary I will choose myself. Do you have a map? Show me. Good. This is where you'll find the site. I recommend you take a Myrad to the Frostcliff Tavern and walk from there. You will.
Relata Shara, you know why we're here.
Move along.
Fatira incarnate. A sunchild,
What?
huh? Word of
Fair enough.
advice.
Maybe
Don't
there's a
go
trick or two I
sauntering
could show
about
you,
dark
but
alleys
trust
down
me,
here.
they don't
And watch
come
your
cheap.
pockets.
Yes. Just move along, will you?
fabulous, my game?
What the? Oh, you. I take it you accepted the father's invitation. Tell me. I see. Though I still don't understand why the father wanted you personally. That's not like him at all. Either way, now comes the critical part. This expedition is the only chance we're going to get. The fact that he assigned us both to the same group is a good start. Join our cause? We don't. We kill him the first chance we get. The last thing we need is an additional risk. It surely won't be anyone deserving your pity. Almost everyone whom the Relada would hire has earned their death 1,000,000 times over. Just remember what the First Seer asked of you as a symbol of trust. I suggest you head to the temple as soon as possible. I'll probably arrive with the father. No idea. Let's just prepare for the worst. Until then, I'm counting on you.
Huh? Can I help you?
Greetings.
Yes. Did you get a chance to look for my mother yet? Bandits? I'd like to tell you I'm relieved, but what if those bastards get the better of her someday? Or worse, if the undead attack her cabin? Oh, by the gods. I really don't see why she stays there. I really don't. Anyway, thank you for your efforts. I appreciate it. What about the paintings? Will she, you know, will she be able to deliver again? A break. Uh-huh. Well, that's good and bad news all in one. Thank you for telling me. Here, I think you've earned this for your help. Thank you again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to tell my husband about all this. Walk blessed, and know that you're welcome here anytime.
Yes?
I can tell.
My day.
You're an outlander, aren't you? I can tell.
We always go too easy on this guy. Yeah, it's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
Some shifts never end.
Never walk back on the road from the ancient man's abode.
Oh, blazes.
They just sit
Sorry.
on their asses and
I know. I can't say.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
Now, where did I... Depends on those sailors.
Hungry? I've got just what a weary traveler...
Only the best and fresh from the Red Sea.
Just that's Toad. Life is what you make of it.
If it's clam and fish you seek, then come and take a good long peek.
Yeah,
vegetables, bread fresh
That's
from
just
the
how
oven.
it...
Treat yourself.
Greetings. Sure, take a look. Walk blessed. Sure, take a look. Walk blessed.
That's close enough. Who are you? Oh, really? And since when does the Father deal with mercenary scum in person?
Let her through, sister. She speaks the truth.
Brother Sorrow, are you... I mean...
Step aside.
Of course.
Go to the other sleepers and wait there. The Father will be here within the hour.
And here I thought that was all of us. Whatever these bald lunatics expect in that temple, it must know how to defend itself.
the 8th member arrives. Our company is finally complete. I'm Zara. Pleasure to meet you. I am, as you can tell by my dark skin and my almond-shaped eyes. Jokes aside, Zara is my street name. I got rid of the old one a while ago. Well, because something happened. Let's put it this way. Something taught me to be more careful about who I trust. I am. Do you know when the fun is going to start? As far as I know, we're just waiting for the big lunatic to arrive, aren't we? Good, because I'm freezing my ass off. Come on, let's take a walk.
Yeah? What do you want?
So, tell me, any idea what we're up against down there? That first seer was quite taciturn, and all I know is that we're supposed to find some kind of rune-ornamented door. But why do they need mercenaries for that? As unlikable as these lunatics are, they know how to fight. And the pay makes you wonder if they didn't have one too many sniffs of glimmer-cap dust. I see. And what's the threat? Lost ones? Vatirs? Pity. Well, nothing better than a surprise, is there? How did you end up here, anyways? How long have you been working for the Relata? Really? You have my respect. I usually don't mind a bit of mystery in my missions, but there's something off about these Ralaim. I don't think I'll do another job for them, no matter the pay. Have you ever seen this father character in person? I figured. Well, I guess all we can do for now is wait a little while. I'll hit the hay for an hour. I haven't slept in ages. See you then.
Yeah? What do you want?
Brothers and sisters, children of the Rallas, the day we have all been waiting for is here. The world is on the brink. It always has been, but never before have the signs been more clear. An illness, which the Order calls the Red Madness, devours people's minds. Wars plague the land, and frenzied animals tear apart cattle and farmers alike. And it is only a matter of time before this country too will drown in chaos. You, my lambs, know my teachings. You know the Ralas, and you've devoted your souls to it, because you realize it is the key to freedom. An end to the suffering which all those people who choose to live their lives in their fleshly vessels consider their inevitable fate. And they are right. Their suffering is inevitable because they refuse to see the truth. A bird in a cage can never fly, no matter how hard it beats its wings. Only breaking the cage can set it free. And tonight, brothers and sisters, we will break it. We call it transcendence, the ultimate detachment from our flesh. The last step on a long path that we have walked together. Beneath our feet, in the depths of this eons-old temple, lies the secret, the room of paintings that is key to transcendence. The temple that holds it, however, is as dangerous as it is powerful. And that is why today there are sleepers among us. Accompanied by one of us, their task will be to clear the way. Once the deed has been done, I will take you into the depths of this ruin, where side by side we will leave our vessels behind us, once and for all. You two, what are your names?
Stalron.
Ewa.
Good. Sister Addiction, you will accompany Ewa and Stalron. Brother Greed will give you the runes to open the portal. Simply place it in front of the gate to the room of paintings, and I will do the rest.
Yes, Father. How will we recognize the room?
You will know it when you find it. You two, what are your names?
Taiwan. Taiwan del Sharis.
Rugen.
Good. You'll go with Brother Hatred. What about you?
Zara.
You will go with Brother Wrath and his companion. And you will go with Sister Lust.
Understood. When do we set out?
As soon as you have finished your preparations. Sister Addiction, Brother Hatred, you and your groups will go in first. Sister Lust, you will form the second group, together with Brother Wrath. You will descend half an hour after the first group. As the first seer has already told you, whatever the temple provides in treasure and loot is yours to keep. You will receive the second half of your payment once the mission has been completed. Are there any questions?
Yes. What in blazes are you? You're not human. I can feel it.
Watch your mouth.
At ease, brother. I am the Father. That is all you need to know.
Lunatics.
Whew. Guy sure knows how to make an entrance, that's for sure.
Psionics, are you ready?
As ready as I can be in this bloody cold. You're Brother Wrath, aren't you? Nice name. Very reassuring.
You may call me Thariel if it makes you feel better. Good to work with you again. I hope you'll stick to the rules as well as you did before.
You know each other?
Ahoy!
Walk
Yes,
blessed.
This woman did a great service for the Relata. Without her, this mission wouldn't be possible.
Good to know. Anyway, anything else that needs discussing? As far as I'm concerned, our objectives are pretty clear. Enter the temple, find the room, and open a portal, right?
Yes.
Good. Then I'll go warm up a little until it's our turn to go down. See you then. Here's to a good run.
Brother Wrath, it's your turn.
Yes. Mercenary, we're leaving.
As you command.
Lead the way.
By the way, pleasure to work with you again, Zara. I didn't know you were back in Enderal.
And I'm already regretting it. Of course, my first mission had to take me into this bloody ice desert. I'm already missing Kyra.
I bet. Where's your better half, though? That... what was his name?
Quiet. All right, all right.
Hold it. A message from Brother Hatred.
What's it say?
They took the western and the eastern entrances. In other words, we'll take the north and south.
Shouldn't we stay together?
It's the will of the temple. Also, if one of our groups runs into a trap, the others can still finish the job. Brother Wrath, you take the southern entrance.
Agreed.
Then go. From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. Good luck.
From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation.
From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation.
Shut up.
Is that stuff?
I wouldn't touch it.
At the risk of blowing your mind, I wasn't planning on it.
What are you doing here?
Kill it. There!
No!
Pathetic. One of the temple's illusions. The father warned us.
And what if it wasn't an illusion? What if this temple... I don't know, teleported him inside somehow.
Him?
Yes.
I understand. We're seeing different things. What about you? What did you see? Makes sense. So this illusion is somehow tied to our spirits.
This is sick.
You knew what you were in for. That barrier over there. Let's take a closer look.
Look out!
This just keeps on getting worse. What in the blazes is this place?
Well, at least we now know it's not just illusions we're up against. One moment.
What's that?
Glyphs. These carvings in the archway mean something. That's the language of the Black Libra. The father gave us a kind of translation key. Yes, that's it. This door should lead us right to the room of paintings.
Just when I thought this would be tricky.
Let me see if I could banish the barrier somehow. No. This is hopeless.
Maybe the... Shit, what was that? Did you hear that?
I did. I doubt we'll get through there. We need to find a way to deactivate that barrier. Come on. Let's look around.
What do we do then?
We'll keep exploring. Come on. Just an illusion. Ignore it.
A heart?
Yes. Could that... Wait. That was Brother Hatred. Yes. I'll go take a look. Stay put.
Shouldn't we stay together?
Can't you just for once follow a simple order?
Whoa, calm down, will you? Go if your life depends on it. Jesus. What a bloody prick. Really? Then what is he doing with these lunatics? And here I had almost forgotten how little I miss this bloody country. 11 years, yeah. Mostly in Kyra. Though, things got a little heated over there even for me recently. You know, Civil War and so on. So I thought, well, Zara, time to head home, and I jumped on the next ship. And now here I am, in an ancient temple that pits me against illusions and exploding meat puppets. Exciting, yeah, but just a bit too disturbing. Back there, in the hall, what did you see? Or is that too personal? I see. You know, I saw someone who used to be very important to me. Someone who I trusted, even though I should have known better. I really thought I was over it by now. 13 years, for fuck's sake. 13 years. But seeing him back there, even though it was just an illusion, it brought it all back. But, well, I guess that's life, isn't it? It's only on your deathbed as you lie there shitting in your sheets that the past lets go of you once and for all. Kind of pathetic, isn't it? No. What? Guys!
Tribute has been offered. Yes, and she might have agreed, only to stab us in the back at the decisive moment in order to rake in a nice, fat bonus from the first seer. This woman, if the father hired her, you can be sure that she had more than one skeleton in her closet. She was a cutthroat, like the rest of the mercenary scum down here. Also, killing her was the only way to get through the barrier, that is, unless you were planning on giving your life. Sometimes I get the feeling that you still haven't understood what's at stake here. This is the only chance we're gonna get. Is that clear? And if you think I'm gonna risk that chance to save a murdering sellsword whore's life, you're dead wrong. Now let's push on. We don't want another group to find the room before us.